Hello everybody and welcome back to Dwarfcraft. This is your friendly host Anvil Dude. And today, well, first off, I hope that Maincraft went off without too much of a hitch. Hope you enjoyed all those videos all at once. But today we're going to have to do a little bit to take care of some of the fallout, let's say, from... oh my god. So I'm processing all of my ore here. I've already processed all of my copper ore, and I'm working on my tin and my iron, because those chests were getting very full, and this is free. And my god... I'm getting so much stuff out of this. If I can make a system that'll automatically make native clusters, my god. Like, my god, I'm gonna have so much metal, because that actually gives an extra, like, 2 or 3 nuggets, if properly supplied with Ignis. And I have all of the resources that I'm going to need to make all of this completely self-sustaining, to the point where I'm going to need to worry more about voiding excess stuff if I stay on the server for too long than worrying about upkeep, which is going to be fantastic. But I need to worry about, right now, movement of things. And what I need to do with moving things, I'm thinking... it's mostly going to be the vertical issue. Now, I could easily set up a regular old dropper elevator. I may do that if necessary. But if I can, I would like to do something a little bit fancier, either with golems, which may or may not work too well, or with Tinker's Construct bounce pads and slime channels. Now, these things are pretty neat. Oh, right, I need actual that. Yeah, these things are pretty neat. They're essentially, well, like it says in the... Oh, no, not like that, like this. Yep. They're essentially, like it says in the guide, more easily placeable water, in a way. I don't know if you guys know this, but in vanilla Minecraft, you can place down water blocks, and the water blocks will push items. They'll push entities. Like if I drop my wand, a water stream would be able to push that around. But water can be finicky. You need to have guides around it. You need to have bottoms. It only pushes for 8 blocks, and then you have to drop down or do something fancy with ice and signs and whatnot. But Tinker's says, let's make these, which make it a lot easier, because these act like water without being water. For example, you can put them up on things. Now, they're more expensive than water, of course. But, now, I toss that in there, and look at that. It gets pushed along. Real nice, real easy. Now, I do believe that things would fall out the bottom. Like, you can use them as entity pushers by putting them at, like, this level. But I do think that item entities would fall out the bottom. Now, bounce pads, then, you put that at the end. I believe that that's how this works. You put that at the end. Your item entity floats along, floats along, floats along. And it should, I believe, bounce towards that blue thing. Possibly away from it. Bing. Where'd that go? Oh no. Whoops. This isn't good. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, it bounces towards the blue, which I don't know why it but it does appear that you want to push it down, or drop it down onto there instead. There's some weird texture things going on with this, but oh well. Let's use our nether brick for now. And I believe that you can do stuff like this, where you... and that. And I think... that should work. Now, this is a little bit buggy, so I might not want to do it this way. But it does seem to work the way that I'm thinking it'll work. I may not bother with the slime channels as much, and I may just do a lot of stuff with the bounce pads, because it seems like they work a lot better just as something that you drop stuff on. Unfortunately, I'm not sure how well they'll work. Come on, pick it up. Boing. So it looks like they get up to about here, which, if that's the case... up, so a little bit closer, perhaps? And then we can measure this. I am sciencing. That's weird. Is it just me, or does that seem to be going through the brick? Oh, that's not good. Huh. These may not be the solution that I was hoping that they would be. I mean, they'll be fun. I'll probably find something to do with them. But it appears that they're a little bit too buggy to work properly for that. When I have smelteries, I think that I'll probably end up using them, because I think what they're really meant for is to channel items into smelteries, because you can drop entities. Like you can drop the ores into the top of an open smelter, the open top of a smeltery, and it will process. Is this... okay, that's all of that iron processed. Very good. I'll deal with that later. So, I think the solution will either be more golems, which I don't particularly want to do more golems, or item elevators, vanilla Minecraft style, using droppers. I think that's going to be our best bet, unfortunately. I mean, it's easy enough to get things to fall down, but it's a lot harder to get things to go up. And I don't think that Thaumcraft... wait, no, wait! That's right! I forgot. These guys do that. Whee! Okay. So, arcane elevators to the rescue, then. Because I can make a ton of these guys. They're not really that expensive. Okay. I forgot that I had realized that last episode. I think I realized that last episode. Anyways. Artifice. Arcane levitators. They do take greatwood, which could be an issue, as I don't believe that I've gotten any greatwood saplings yet. But it shouldn't be too bad. So... we'll have to prep some stuff for that. As you can see, I'm doing a little bit of setup for further arcane furnaces, or infernal furnaces, rather. And, like we saw last episode, okay, so that does take a bit of Ignis. I'll need to work on a system for that. I think for now I might just have them go slow. Just use those and manually do Ignis occasionally when I want them to speed up. I think once I get my backlog, get through my backlog, that shouldn't be an issue. In any case, I'm going to go off camera and do a little bit of preparatory work to get everything put together, and then I'll be right back. Alright, now, first thing I'm going to need to do this properly are a bunch of golem workbenches. I may have gotten a bit ahead of myself by starting on the smelting side of things, but I had too many ores. I was having some issues with that. I need to start being able to just turn my essence, but before even that, I need to just start being able to turn my essences into regular stuff and figure out what to do with all of the seeds. And for that, a lot more golems. And a couple of things like golem workbenches. Now, the golem workbenches will require stuff called... I wonder if I can do this... I'm just going to use this just for the luck room stuff. Anyways, golem workbenches will require stuff called enchanted paper. I'll grab you. Now, enchanted paper is an auto-magi thing. Actually, hold on. Let's just do it this way, because I'm going to need a bunch of this anyways. Enchanted paper is an auto-magi thing. I am screwy on this. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. An auto-magi thing. Nice and cheap. Not too bad. And you get 4 for 4, so it's 1-to-1 with the paper. You just need to make it in larger batches. And I don't care about gold. I'm making tons of that stuff. I don't need to worry about it. This enchanted paper is what is used to create... I'm just going to make a bunch of this stuff. Because I'm going to use this not only for the golem-y stuff, but also for... what was it? Enchanted books, or bound enchanted paper. Oh, that's weird. Anyways, which allows you to make enchanting bookshelves, which are more potent. I don't need as many of those. So it's more efficient paper-wise. Wait, does that require... It does require greatwood planks. That's interesting. Anyways, Golem's Workbench. I need a runic whitelist, which is bone meal and enchanted paper, crafting table, and chest. Now, this is an infusion recipe, minor instability, which is good. But it does require Fabricio, or Fabrico, Humanus, and Ordo. Humanus is always an annoying one. Luckily, I should have a decent amount of that because it's required to make golems. So I've done a lot of boiling down of rotten flesh for that. I need to really work... I think that I'm going to probably work on figuring out my room over here because it's useful, it's nice, but I think maybe I'll make another room on an offshoot or make an upstairs that will allow me to do... Or maybe downstairs, I don't know. That'll allow me to do some more specialized stuff. Because, yeah, I don't know if I have that much Humanus left, but I have a ton of Corpus. Yeah, because I need a lot of Humanus. I need a whole lot of Humanus. So I need to work on getting that stuff sorted out. I don't need it right away, though. Actually, you know what? That is a required step for this because of... Well... I got ahead of myself again, I guess. Huh. I mean, I can make the runic whitelists, easy enough. Make a bunch of them. Oh, I guess I need to do this in a crafting thing? Yeah, it costs order. Interesting. Didn't know that. I'm gonna make... 1, 2... Too many. Did not mean to do that. Whoops. Oops. One moment, please. And I'll get this figured out. Oh boy. That is the danger of shift clicking, I suppose. I'm not going to be able to get into that. Do, yeah, okay. You go there for now. I only needed 5 of those. Because I'm going to start off... Well, I might need more of them, but I want to start with 5. But that means that I need to do that, which means... Yeah, okay. I'm going to make a downstairs for that. This will be my general purpose room. I'm going to make a downstairs, and the downstairs is going to go off and have my storage areas in it. Now, how do I want to do... I don't want the Potentia there. I want the water there. My Potentia I can just stick back in here for now. Okay. Yeah, because I've got these guys. So... Downstairs, downstairs. Do I want to do this in the corner? Yeah, I want to do this in the corner. 1, 2, 3. I think I can still jump out of there. Yep. Do I have any magical elevators? I don't think I do. Not just lying around. I might, but I don't think I do. But I'm going to use those, because I like these guys. They're handy. And using just 1 instead of, like, 5 will make it a little bit easier to navigate, a little bit quicker. So not as much of an issue. I better get my experience and make sure this chest isn't too full. Yeah, let's grab these nuggets, because I get a lot of nuggets from stuff. Okay, I will compress these and be back. Alright, I need 4 greatwood planks. I need earth, I need air. And I need night ore, and I need iron. Do I have... Right, I might as well compress some of these guys. I'll do that off camera. Right now, I want to make a thing. Okay. Night ore. Earth on top, air on the bottom, for whatever reason. Greatwood planks. In the corners, because magic. There we go. Arcane Levitator. Awesome. This is 10 blocks. So I can go down in significant ways. I think I only want about 4, though. So I'll have a 3 deep. And then down 4, and that'll be 7. And that should be just about perfect. Okay. 1, so that's 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, this will work. And then do that there. Back you up and stick you there. Bump my head and drop down. Okay, and fall. Good. I don't know what shape I want this room to be, though. I guess I can make it mimic the shape of the other one above. That wouldn't be too bad. And then these shapes will be my, like, Thaumcraft room shapes. Yeah, that's not too bad. So, do I need another? Yeah, and another back on each side. Okay. There we go. Now, because I don't need the whole room yet, I'll just leave it like that for now. Grab my these, grab my these, grab my these. Okay. Also, I really need to get some blaze rods so that I can do proper stuff that way. But first off, and simple enough, I should be able to stick this guy down, and then 1 and 2. Those guys are connected. I'm going to need to move those, aren't I? Yeah. There and there. Okay. And I'm going to want to label these, because I am going to use just pipes off of them. Going to... yeah, those 2 water jars. Because this is going to be a dedicated flesh flesh system. So I need labels. How do I do labels? Alchemy. Ascension distillation. No, not there. Ascension tubes. Is it just in general basic alchemy? Balance shard. Oh, okay. Right, you can smelt balance shards into stainless miners. Labels. Glass vial, elementum, watered jars, and labels. There we go, jar label. Ink, black dye, and... ink, slime ball, and for paper. Okay. I've got all that right up here, too. Yay. Me. Alright. Ink, slime ball, for paper. Got the paper. I need an ink. And I need a slime ball, which is going to be downstairs. I'll go grab that and be back. Alright, got my labels. Now, they say jar label, but I think you can put them on these as well, and we'll have to see about that. Well, first off, we'll have to get some stuff. Blah. Rotten flesh. There we go. Now, I'm also going to need... honestly, I need to make some water jars. Or not water jars, void jars. Because... there we go. Humanus in there only. And flesh. Oh, dang it. Okay. This is an issue. Can I do this? No. I think it's right-click with an... okay, shift right-click. Now, that's a little bit of terrible, terrible stuff, but not too big an issue. Okay, Humanus in there. And the other stuff goes in there. I should be able to figure to get that done. I'm going to need more zombie flesh, though. If I'm going to keep on making golems, I'm going to need a lot more zombie flesh. And having these two like this should make it a lot faster. I think. Excuse me. We have trouble here. Why is this not suctioning that? Oh, nope, now it is. Cool. Alright, let's turn you off. There we go. Now, hopefully that should be working the way that I want it to work. Is it still only doing one at a time, though? Because if that's the case, then that's, first off, really annoying. And second off, dang it. Because I could just use lapis and make filtered pipes. In any case, I'm getting Humanus, and I'll need to get some Fabrico. So that means I'm going to need, I think, crafting benches. I do believe that crafting benches are what have Fabrico on them. About the best source, anyways. Yeah, crafting benches of various kinds. Wool? Wool? Well, apparently wool has Fabrico on it. That's kind of weird. I wonder if that's a pun. But yeah, crafting benches have 4. They're nice and cheap. Just wood. So, I'll do that. But a crafting bench... Oh, it's just for Fabrico. That's really nice, actually. Alright, I'll be able to just plonk you down, and plonk you down, and you, and you. And just put a bunch of crafting benches in there, I guess. Ah, I'll be right back. Would you look at the time? I did not realize I had so little time left in this episode, so I think that we will be wrapping it up for today. Next episode, I am going to, amusingly enough, have to do another thing to get this place to work properly. Notably... Oh, hey, cool. Yeah, I'm using crafting benches to get a whole bunch of this stuff. That's... Oh, wow. That was... Heh. Anyways, notably, I need rotten flesh. I need a lot of rotten flesh. Because it's the only way to get decent amounts of humanus. Where is that? Like Fabrico, you can get a bunch off of crafting tables. Crafting tables are cheap, easy to make. I'm not worried about that. And they only have Fabrico on them, which is amazing. Humanus is only available from golems. That's not very helpful. Rotten flesh blocks, and rotten flesh itself. So yeah, as far as I can tell anyways, unless it's available from me, but I don't think that I can melt myself down into Essentia. So I need a way to get constant zombies. Luckily, I have a way to get constant zombies. Let's see. Namely, that. So next episode, we are going to make ourselves a spawner. I mean, I guess I could also make a zombie pigman spawner and kill them, but I don't want to do that. I like zombie pigmen. I don't want to kill them. So, instead, we're going to get a bunch of zombies from that and figure out a way to get them killed. Probably automatically. I don't need zombie brains that much. So, yeah. In any case, this has been Anvil Dude. Thanks for watching Dwarfcraft, and I'll see you next time. Have a good day.